Okay, I think it's working. Let me check. Should be working. Yes, I think it's working. I'm not sure if my voice is loud enough or the music is so loud aside from the fan, because it's a bit hot here, so I need a fan next to me. Yeah, I think it's working. Yeah, welcome to everyone. Welcome back. If you have been here in livestream, my channel, where I talk about books, readings, especially books. And yeah, I'm trying to do some live streams from time to time. I think it's fun. Well, the idea would be that some people will watch it, so I can have some interaction with some people. But by now I know that I'm recording and eventually someone will watch the video, so thanks for that. Anyway, I'm trying to do live streams, and as I said in the previous one, I'm just starting to understand how to do it. So yeah, I will try to find a name for this series, because I would like that this become a series. And as I always say, it's well, now it's not so noisy because it's late at night, but sometimes it becomes noisy because of the surrounding. Well, anyway, today I wanted to talk about challenges, because I am participating or taking part in some challenges, and I think that it's fun because I think for me it helps me to push myself to read a bit more. And yeah, I love challenges, and so let's talk about some of them. Now I'm part of a challenge that is created by Kim, the paper traveler, which is called Supersize Supersmall Summer Reading Challenge, where I have to read one book, a big book over 700 pages, or if I want a small book under 200 pages. And this challenge started in June 20th, which is kind of a week ago, until September the 2nd. And I was invited as a co-host, and of course I said yes, because this is a fun challenge, and yeah, it helps me to read more, as I said. But I'm not alone, of course. Other co-hosts are Grozz from the GKBC channel. I always have problems with the letters. Yeah, so Grozz is the second year already participating in this challenge, and also Mindy from Mindy's book journey. And in the previous video, well, in the video that I made especially for this event, I didn't mention Kathy from Nerdy Kathy channel. I didn't mention her because even though I had the idea that she wanted to participate, I was not sure, and I did that video like 1 week ahead of the challenge. So I'm sorry I didn't mention her, but now I mentioning her in this video. Yeah, so the challenge is interesting because aside from big books, this time we have super small books, and I started this challenge last week actually, and I said I would read at least well, I said 4 books. I'm not sure if I can read them all, but one book, the big book, which is going to be my priority, I haven't started yet. I was supposed to start today, but I was reading other things. Is Suitable Boy by Bikram Seth, I think is the name, Bikram. This is a huge book, very long. And as I said in that video, I know nothing about this book. I have the feeling that it's a story about a girl who has to get married with a person she doesn't like or she doesn't love. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. But I'm more interested because of the size of the book, because it's a big book. That's why I want to read this book. So I will start. I was supposed to start today, but yeah, maybe tomorrow. And I said that I would read Outlander. Yeah, Outlander. The first book in this series. I'm not sure if I will do it on time because Suitable Boy is a very long book, and I have the feeling that it will be hard to read it. But if I can, I will start that book too. And for the small books, I said I would read. Wait, let me search for the name. I will read. Wait, just I have the name but in Spanish. Where is the book? Here. The Hiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Just it's a long name and it's hard to pronounce. The Hiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And I read it. I already finished it. It's a very short book. And it's very known. I mean, there are many people who know about the book, and for some reason it has this popularity that I don't understand because I just didn't enjoy it. It's supposed to be funny with jokes, like one of the book of the Discworld series, but it was not funny. It was not entertaining. The jokes were there, but I didn't laugh. It was not funny. This is a story about. It's like they are trying to build a highway, and it has to pass through the planet. Earth, and in order to do so, they had to destroy it. So. And one person is saved, and so we know the story of this person traveling to other places in the space like that. But it was not funny. For me, it was not funny. It was okay. I don't feel reading the next books, and to be honest, I never had high expectations about this book, so it was not a surprise anyway. And I noticed that there is a movie, which I was checking it, so I'm not sure, but I think the main character is the same actor who played the role of Bilbo in the book The Hobbit, which is a famous actor in England, and so maybe I can watch the movie, but I'm not sure. Maybe the movie will be better, than the book. In some way to portray this humor that I didn't find in the book. So yeah, that was my first book, and then I was supposed to read another book called I think it's The Seagull and the Cat Who Taught Her How to Fly, or something like that. I don't know the name in English. I don't remember it now. And I got it from the library, and when I noticed. When I went to read it, I noticed that it was an adaptation of the original book, and the adaptation was play, and I don't like plays, so even it's a short adaptation, a short book, I just didn't want to read that, so I just give it back, and I didn't get it. And I was checking some. I think it was Kim who recommended a video of this girl, a booktuber. I don't remember her name, where she is recommending books under 200 pages, and she was recommending many Japanese books. So I was checking those books, and I have read already some, but I want to highlight one which is called Kitchen, written by Banana Yoshimoto. Um, and I don't know if I like it or not. I think the it's common in this type of writing, especially Japanese books, and also movies and series, or TV series, where the story is very dark, it's very sad, um, and this book is kind of like that. Kitchen is about this girl whose grandmother passed away, and so she's left alone, and then she has to start living with a friend and his mother, which is a house that is, I think, separated by a park only, so it's like near. And because of that, they start this relationship in some way of friendship, um, but it's sad in the way that it's always about death. I mean, thinking about death, that we are alone, that the time passes so fast, that some people who are relatives or friends, some they won't be with us anymore. So yeah, the story was very sad, but yeah, there is a huge message in there, um, a lesson about life. And I would say that the ending was just okay. Um, this type of stories, which is not the first book I have read like this. I mean, Japanese book. It's very detailed, very simple. They are telling you what the character is doing daily, and there's nothing amazing in the story. But that makes you think on those little things or those details that you don't notice daily. So the book was nice. I don't know if I can recommend it because it's very depressing in some way. It's sad. And the other two books that I read were kind of the same and even worse, which is one about loneliness, and the other was about bullying, which was the worst actually. But they are not bad books. It's just the topic is very sensitive, and as I said, it's sad. So those are the books, and I'm thinking in about reading more of these books, even though they are like that. They are short books, so it helps me a lot because I have another challenge that I will mention in a bit. So those are the books I have read for the challenge, the super small books and super size book. So I'm planning to start Suitable Boy, and it makes me think that the story will be good, great in some way, like, I don't know, War and Peace and Brothers Karamazov, things like that. That they are very books that show many details, so that's why they are very long. They talk about relationships, and I hope that is fun in some way, that is entertaining, because reading a huge, long book like A Suitable Boy, it will be very hard and painful if it's not like that. But I have good expectations about this book. So those are the book for this challenge. And I'm also taking a challenge, well, this is more a personal challenge, which is reading all the books in the Dune series. On June, I finished the book number 6, which is Chapter House Dune. And how can I say? I mean, there is a great story in there. There are many things going on. There is action, intrigues, but I am not interested in the story anymore. I think the book 5 and 6, which is Heretics of Dune and Chapter House Dune, it's like a whole story. It's just the continuation. And if I have to read those 2 books, I think that will be great. I mean, the story will be interesting. But because it's a huge series, I mean, not huge, but long series, yeah, it's starting to get boring and tiring. It's like you want the story finished, but then there is another generation of characters appearing. So yeah, it's very, very tedious at some point. I'm reading because of the challenge. To be honest, I'm not interested in any character or the story. So this month, in July, I will be reading 7th book, which is Hunters of Dune, and then one more will be Sandworms of Dune. I'm not sure, but I think that Hunters of Dune and Sandworms of Dune are written by the Sand. So Chapter House Dune was the last book that Frank Herbert wrote, and then the Hunters of Dune and Sandworms of Dune is Frank Herbert with I think another writer. So yeah, I'm reading just because of the challenge, because it's part of my TBR list of books I want to read, and that's all. And I know there are other books in this series related with the families, but I'm not. I mean, by now I'm not interested in reading those books, so I think I will finish with these 2 only. But I will continue, of course. I won't DNF any of these 2 last books. At the same time, I'm having my own personal challenge, which is reading 200 books, and this started from the challenge called I think Read What You Own. What you own. So I adapted that challenge because it didn't suit what I do, what I read, or how I read. But I started the same time, which is I think it was 6th of November. 6th of November 2023. And well, I plan to read 200 books until next year, December 2025. I have read until now, I have read 78 books. So it's almost like 10 books per month. I have been reading different type of books, big books and short books. I'm using a lot of audiobook because it helps me a lot. Meanwhile, I'm doing other things. But it's been already 8 months, so it's tiring. It's getting tiring. But I'm not quitting, by the way. I'm not quitting the challenge. It's just I want to do some things about it. I have been reading already almost 80 books, so it's a lot. And I want to do something about it because, sometimes it's stressing. This is like a cycle. Sometimes you are in the top with all energy, wanting to read a lot of books, reading already a lot of books, but then you are in the bottom when you don't feel reading anything else, when you're tired, you're burnt out, and I'm like going in that place. I mean, going down in that way. I mean, I'm getting a bit tired. So this is what I'm thinking I will do. Well, I have to finish 2 books in order to reach 80. That means that I will reach, I think it's Diamond. Yeah, I think it's Diamond tier. Not tier. Tier. Diamond tier. But my goal is to reach at least 100, which will be Emerald. And I'm thinking that after I reach 100, I will lift my buying ban. I mean, I will be able to buy books if I want, because by now I haven't bought any book. Because, well, originally the idea was to read what I own, and I still have some books. I have been reading books. By now I'm reading Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and I'm doing what Grozz is doing, 1 chapter a day, although yesterday and today I haven't read, but I'm trying to read 1 chapter a day. So I think I will be finishing this book by the end of July, if I don't feel reading more, because I can. But and I have other books too, but I haven't bought any aside from that. I think the only book that I bought was a prayer book since I started this challenge, but I already said that I will do that, so it was not a problem. But I haven't bought, and it's not that I'm dying to buy more books, but sometimes it's nice to go to a bookstore or a second-hand bookstore and to check books, and not feeling guilty when you find a book that you would like to buy but you can't because of this challenge. So I would like to check some books, but I'm not dying for buying yet. I really want to read what I have, what I own, but I don't want to feel the pressure of not being able to buy. So I think once I reach 100 books, I will be able to buy books if I want. And the other thing too, it just the problem is not reading too many books, because I love reading. The problem is I want to finish this challenge as soon as possible. That's the thing. And I don't want to wait until next year in order to finish. Well, that's the feeling. Not I want to finish fast, and I want to do that. But if I have to read big books, it's hard. So what I want to do is adding some short books, and that's what I was thinking, that maybe some Japanese books will help. And aside from that, I want to read manga. And I was not sure, because a volume of manga is not a book. I mean, technically it's not a book, but it can be considered a book because of the format, because of the story, because there are characters. And the only thing that it doesn't have the quantity of words that a normal book has. But aside from that, it's like a book. So I'm thinking that I will start reading manga, and I will add it to this 200 book challenge. So yeah, I was inspired by Grozz, who is reading manga this month. I think he's reading Oyasumi Pum Pum. That's the word. Pum Pum. Oyasumi Pum Pum. I don't know if that's the pronunciation. Oyasumi Pum Pum, which is Good Night Pum Pum, something like that. This is a short manga, only 13 volumes, which is it's like saying 13 books only. And I'm just interested because it's short, it's finished. And the story, I think the story is kind of weird because there are some. I mean, the characters, I think they are portrayed as birds. I'm not sure if it's like that or not, but that's the idea. That's what I have in mind. But I like this story because it's finished, not like One Piece, which has more than 100 volumes, or Berserk, which has 40 volumes or more than 40 volumes and is still on progress, so it's too long. I want to read something that is finished. So I was thinking in Oyasumi Pum Pum, but I have another manga that is in my list. I haven't read a manga since last year, actually. Yeah, it's been more than a year. So the last one I read was Fairy Tale, which is this story about these kind of teenagers, children that are like magicians, like wizards, but not like magic. It's just they have powers in some way. For instance, the main character has the power to control the fire because he was taught by a dragon how to do that. The story is very good, actually, very very good and entertaining with an great ending. And that was the last time I read something. So now I want to read more. So at the end, I have decided to start reading Full Metal Alchemist, which is a story of, I think, 27 volumes. By now I cannot buy anything, and I don't have the resources to buy this. So I'm checking on internet. It's available on internet, although I don't know if it's you know it's the most trusty page, but it's there, so I will try to read from there. Reading 27 volumes will be around 13 or 14% of my whole 200 book challenge. So it's not so much, because in some way I was thinking maybe it's kind of like cheating, trying to read manga to get more books or quantity of books. So, but at the end I said, never mind, I will just read manga. It's entertaining and it doesn't matter because at the end the challenge is for me. I'm the one taking this challenge, and the point is getting a nice time reading, because 200 books will be long. So I will start this manga, which is the story of two brothers who wants to bring her mom, who's dead, back to life, but that's not possible. And in doing so, I think the youngest brother loses his body, and the older brother loses an arm and a leg or something like that. So that's all I know, and I know that there is an anime. There is an anime called well, the same, Full Metal Alchemist, but I think it was being made when the manga was being made, so they created a different ending, or the story is not the same as the manga, so it's different. And then later on they made I think the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or something like that, which is a story that is very similar to the manga. So if I want to watch the anime, that would be. But I remember thinking about this long ago when I created this list of manga, and I was thinking, if do I watch the manga, I mean the anime, or I read the manga? And I think well, I thought that it was better to read the manga in this case. So that will do for the challenge. so I will get some numbers in some way. Yeah, that's the manga I want to read for now. After that, maybe I will try to see if I can read that Oyasumi Punk, which is a short one. Full Metal Alchemist is 27 volumes, and that's all the story. No, there's no more. So it's a finished story. So it will be great to read it, knowing the ending. After that, I don't know. There are other manga that I would like to explore, like Haikyuu, which is, I think it's about a volleyball team. So it's a sport manga. There is Vagabond, GTO, Monster, Tokyo Ghoul, Pluto, and Nana, among other mangas that look very, very interesting. Yeah, those are the things that I want to read for now. This month, I think I'm not sure if I will do a TBR. I mean, not TBR, a wrap-up video of the month of June, because I'm doing this, so it will be repetitive. But yeah, maybe I'm not gonna do it. I have been reading some science fiction books this month of June, and I want to talk about one specifically, which is, I don't know the name in English. I think it's called the Night or something like that. Let me check it on Goodreads. I think it's a French author, but I'm not sure. It's hard to find it on Goodreads. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm trying to find a book in Goodreads. I'm always sent to other books. They're not the one I want to get. Okay, I think I found it. Yeah, I think it's called The Icy People. Yeah. It will be something, well, in French it will be something like The Night of the Times, something like that. And this was a very good book written by René Barjavel, I think it's Barjavel. I'm not sure if it's in Spanish or it was written in French. I'm not sure. But the story was very good. It's about this group of scientists that are investigating in the South Pole, and they found a place under the ice. Huge place, which is like a building. So they think this is an alien structure, and there are other things they found in there, but the most significant thing they find in there is two people, a man and a woman. They look like humans, but according to their studies, they say that they are, I don't know if it's 400,000 years old. They say no, it can't be like that because there were no humans in those days. It's impossible, and they must be aliens or something. So after debating, they wake up the woman. So we will see the story of the scientists, because they want to protect those people, those two people. And because the people on Earth, the nations want to have some credit, and of course they want to get something from this. So the scientists have to protect, and one of them kind of falls in love with the girl. So there is a romance in there in some way. And then we have the story of the woman, because she started telling about her life in the past, how was in there. Um, yeah, I mean the ending was very surprising in some way. It's not what I wanted, but yeah, it has. I mean that was the point of the book, to reach that ending. So the story is very good, and I think that was the book that I enjoyed the most during this month of June, aside from other science fiction books. Yeah, I think that was the best um, story. And the other I have read, well, is the Japanese story, but they are very sad. In order to recommend them, I read Dune. As I said, was okay, but not that much. What else I read? One book from Agatha Christie, which is it's hard for me to read it in English. There are some words and expressions that I don't understand, but I can get the whole idea. And as every book in this series of Hercules Poirot, they are very good. Yeah, but I have to pay a lot of attention to the details in order to, because if not, I miss it. It's like Hercules says, "Okay, this is a murder," and I was like, "What? Who was this?" I get lost. So yeah, those were the books I read in June. For July, I'm planning to read, well, the 7th book in the Dune series, which is Hunters of Dune, which I think is the continuation, I mean, of the previous story. I hope they don't change the characters. That will be annoying. But yeah, but I have to read it. I'm still reading the first book of the Expanse series, which is Leviathan Weeks. I don't know why, but I'm just putting more effort in reading other books than this one. I'm reading it very slowly because I want to understand and I want to get the best from the book because it's very good. But I have read half of the book only, and I'm still. I think I still have a lot of many days to read yet, so I haven't finished it. And but I think I will finish it. I mean, this month for sure. I will try. I was supposed to continue reading the Legends of the Condor Heroes. I haven't done it. I don't know if I will have this month. I hope I have this month. And also, I was supposed to read the first book about Outlander, but I'm not sure if I will be able to do it now or maybe in August. Probably because I'm reading A Suitable Boy. I mean, it's a long book, so I need to read that first. Maybe I don't know if I can read two books like that big at the same time. And that's all I have planned for now. For sure. I mean, Dune, for sure. I'm not sure if I will read another book by Agatha Christie. Maybe. But I do want to read Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, I'm trying to read a lot, but at the same time I'm watching series. And lately I have found a very interesting manga called Free Arian, something like that, Free Arian, which is very beautiful, but maybe in another, but that's maybe for another video. And yeah, so those are the books I want to read for in July. Hopefully I can finish A Suitable Boy. If not, I will continue reading in August. I will try to finish The Expanse. It has to be finished, actually. And at least one volume of Full Metal Alchemist. That will do a lot for this challenge, reading short books. So yeah, I'm about to reach Diamond, hopefully within this week. But the big goal will be Emerald, which is 100 books. So yeah, I really enjoy challenges. It helps me. It pushes me to read more. but sometimes I need to have some rest, and that's why I want to read some manga and short books this month. If not, it's really tiring. So yeah, I think that's all I can talk in this video, which is very long, but that's the idea. I wanted to do some live streams where I just talk freely, but I have to do it very late at night because if not, it will be very noisy and it's not nice. I'm still working in how to show these videos with a name, a specific name for this series of videos, and hopefully bringing more ideas or more topics to talk. If you are reading, if you're watching the video until this point, you can comment if you like the idea of live streams, if you enjoy this video about challenges, if you have challenges, if you are participating in any type of challenge, not only books. It could be series, it could be anime, it could be manga, movies, any type of challenge. And if you have any idea or any suggestion as a topic for another video, of course you can leave it in the comment section. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you to the people who have subscribed lately. I think it's because of the big book super size and super small big book challenge. No big super size super small book challenge or summer book challenge. So thank you to the people who have subscribed, and yeah, so if you have any ideas, suggestions, you can leave them in the comment section. So that's it for now. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you all in the next video. So yeah, bye bye.